Hey, shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome back. I thank you again for joining me today. Today I want to do a introduction to an Old Testament book, Zechariah, the book of Zechariah. It's a very important prophet. He talks a lot in depth about prophecies and things like that. This book has 14 chapters in it. He's a minor prophet, but this has got 14 chapters. The other minor prophets average is probably about 3 chapters, 2, 3, 4 chapters. But anyways, I want to give you a background on this. If you've read this book, studied it, fine. Read it again, study it again. If you haven't, this is the book for you. I encourage you to read this book and study it. Anyways, let's get down to it. It says right here the composition date. While the exact date of composition is debated, Zechariah began his prophecy soon after Haggai launched his prophetic ministry around 520 BCE, before the Common Era. The author here, while some question whether Zechariah wrote the entire book, Scripture provides for no other author. Like Jeremiah, Zechariah comes from a priestly family. Nehemiah chapter 12, verse 4 records that his grandfather, Iddo, returned from Babylon in the first immigration back to Judah in 538 BCE. According to tradition, Iddo was part of the Great Synagogue, which was the governing body before the establishment of the Jewish Sanhedrin. Zechariah's name means Yahweh remembers. Now here's a background here. This book is the 11th of the 12 minor prophets. Minor meaning not their message, but the shorter lengths of their prophecies. Zechariah has nearly the same background and historical message as his contemporary Haggai. He prophesied against Judah's complacency and encouraged them to continue work on the temple. In chapters 1 through 8 are prophecies of rebuilding the temple. In chapters 9 through 14 are later prophecies after the temple is rebuilt, the coming of Yeshua, and the start of the millennial kingdom. I got the scriptural significance right here. Even though Zechariah is categorized as a minor prophet, he is anything but minor. His message offers profound and rich revelations of the Messiah's second coming and of his kingdom reign. Interestingly, the high priest during the time of Zechariah was Joshua, who shared the same name as the future Messiah, Yeshua, a name meaning Yahweh is salvation. In chapter 3, verse 8, Joshua is given a title, the branch, which Isaiah in chapter 11, verse 1 also applies to the Messiah and his future reign. This key links the two of them to the same name. Perhaps the two greatest prophetic messages in Zechariah are in chapter 12 and 14. In these two heavyweight prophecies, the prophet foretells of the great siege against Jerusalem and the return of Yeshua the Messiah to Jerusalem. You can find that in chapter 12, verse 1 through 14, and chapter 14, verses 1 through 15. Finally, in chapter 14, 16 through 21, Zechariah provides a glorious image of life in the kingdom. One of the great reforms that the Messiah will institute will be a return to proper worship, including the observance of Yahweh's feasts. In the millennial kingdom, all nations of the earth will be required to honor his annual days of worship. And you could also see that in Isaiah chapter 66, verse 23. So right there is a little background of the book of Zechariah, and it's out of the minor prophets, to me, he stands out more than the other ones. Not saying the others are less important, nothing like that. But anyways, like I said, I encourage you guys to read up and study on this book. If you have or you haven't, just do it again. And please also watch my other videos. There's other videos out there that catch your eye, and I encourage that. And also give me a big thumbs up, hit that notification bell, and also subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. And thank you again for joining me. Until we meet again, brothers and sisters, peace out and shalom.